statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Hagan. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
My overall is just insanely crap. It is what it is.
Tries to hit the hole. He has the first and still on his feet. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
That's caught. It's Bachmeyer. All right, guys, let's chat about BYU. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Just going to keep it after the snap. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. This BYU offense set up with another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a statement by the defense. Offense is trying to get physical. They're running power. They're pulling the backside guard, and you blow the play up in the backfield for a loss.
The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be changing the route. Moore will throw. Pressure coming. Just ran over him. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to them.
And the Ducks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the ball is loose on the return. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
He's going to let it go.
Why is he overthrowing that?
He picked it off. Just a
Who threw that
but a big play as they
far
head
away
down to
from
the 45.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing it.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
He'll toss it. Spins away from the defender. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Ducks are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
It should be a high A.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hagan. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Picked off,
Dude,
and they ruin him.
the guy wasn't even
They
there.
didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This is obviously not a great
My guy
start
was
for
in
this
front of him.
quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there
That's a
thanks to
nice
this
hit.
senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So,
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum. And that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders. Defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hagan. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll go to the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
So bad.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it out fast. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Here's a return from midfield. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Moore to the air. Firing to the end zone. And he's got it.
Easy, dude. Why
Touchdown,
did he not put his
Ducks.
hands up?
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns
That's
now in
fine,
the first
man.
quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat, thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Hagan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself on the draw. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He'll go to the sneak. BYU with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick completion on the out route. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. BYU has this offense clicking. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll try the run. Runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hagan. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run. Now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Quickly complete. Break. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards.
Cody Hagan for the touchdown here.
There's They're getting
went to the
set to
portal.
kick it
I
away,
put it
and
back
that
on
last
my
score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
recruiting board and got him back to BYU.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
He wants to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the
Go,
drive
26.
with a turnover.
Nice
Trying to
redemption
take it back. Finally
for that
brought
missed
down,
tackle
but
earlier.
what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. There he goes.
Let's go, Moa.
Touchdown, BYU. He got a step and just
Sione Moa.
dusted the field.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
First downs, 151 total yards, and he's still beating me. I have 2 interceptions, 5.4 yards per play. He's getting 7 yards per play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move, it's Gaines. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what...
Turning it on! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hagan. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Running back searching for a hole. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone.
Go Bear, Bachmeier.
Into the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clock is wound down, just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Shoots it to the left. It's gone. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. And he makes
fetch.
the grab at the 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after
What
the
a
play.
lucky.
It feels like
Throw,
everything
man.
this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half
Pass
of the
better
offense.
than
They've generated a really nice lead,
Please.
lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now.
Sucked.
And it's caught.
That was like 3 plays
Stops.
in 20 seconds.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he puts through the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half.
Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
How was I not
Love
in?
the physicality of this secondary on defense.
I read
That
it. I
defender
was there.
got to the
Turned
football,
around.
was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Moore to the air. With the catch, it's Hunter. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Ducks are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Hand it off to his running back.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Scanning the field, it's Buckmeyer. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Gets open down the middle. Nice job.
Let's go,
to get
first
it past
down.
the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. It's a 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. On the move. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to pass. It's Buckmeyer. Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective
Can't
from the
even see what
defense. They knock him down
players
just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Spotfire. And he's wrestled to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up. But this one, 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
I think he caught it, though. Whatever. Can't challenge it.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the option. Quick toss. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Let's it fly. Snares it outside. It's Hunter.
How do you catch that?
And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Buys a little time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Going with the ground game left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Let's go.
He's going to lose a yard on
Move
that
that
one.
safety over.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little
Come on,
too
man.
early, and as a result,
Made these
lost
rules
yards.
together.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Oregon.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. It's complete. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, and he missed it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Troy is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 17 to Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Grab near the marker. It's Bachmeier. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. All right, let's get it. The Cougars are on the move. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the tight end. Hauls it in. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain. Got to get that first down. Nice job bringing those for the first down.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not.
Touchdown, Cougars! Great job by the back on the option.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Caught over the middle. It's Moore. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game when the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Gaines. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
From the gun on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He wants it all. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores, and now the defense has to come out, make some kind of miracle happen. Maybe.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. When you can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB, not many guys do it as well as that.
Looking left. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you know what? You kind of deserve that. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot, but you gave him a little bit of hope.
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Using the quick game. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? This quarterback part of their running game. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
So as big as that touchdown was, equally as big, converting this 2-point attempt and making it a 1-score game. A little release to the back. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense is done.
Going over the top. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
The Ducks decide to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. They bring him down, strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.